in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook. And off we go from Jacksonville. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. Well, these two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series.
At the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Wentz. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Wentz. That's caught by his tight end, Kylen Granson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Now it's Hyde on the return. Now Lawrence on 1st down. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and 2. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 39. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on his first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Four receivers now in the formation. Three to the left, one to the right on 2nd and 7. Lawrence going to get this to Etienne, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get that underneath Etienne, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Colts' 12-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Gator. 58 right there. Coming.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence, that one complete. He finds Shark, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. Flush to his right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Etienne. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Six, bullet high. Hey, exit.
Once more, ETN. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Shark's got it, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Chark, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Ashton Doolin now to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They'll run with ETN. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Running out of the gun with ETN. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown. Travis Etienne. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. One after here coming up. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. On the return is Doolin. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Oh, there's Rager. A nice grab. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Indy.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know that's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays. And now they've got their backs to the goal line.
And this one will wind up with them losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a second score.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Wentz going to look to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield for Jones. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
46 down, man, 5-4.
To throw, it's Wentz. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Good job.
Paris Campbell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. So up comes Wentz as he and the guys on offense here will go for two.
Right there. 54, right there, right there. 54.
A final shot before half for Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Ready! 60 Pittsburgh! We got three, fellas, we got three!
Final play of the half, it's Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Lawrence. Open man right side is Shark. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now Lawrence. And Shark hauls it in. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Travis Etienne. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. The return is Doolin. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? He's had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, Wentz. Looking for Campbell downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run here with Taylor. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On second and goal, Wentz forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Here's Wentz to throw. Flushed out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Finds the open target, Arnold. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
60 outlaw. 64.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Arnold. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Looking to throw Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Bravo.
A handoff for Etienne. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and
Go. 60 or. Look, squeeze.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Wentz. Flush to his right. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 73 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
On 1st down, Wentz. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Throwing is Wentz. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz throwing the out route incomplete. It's Campbell. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. Quick throw out wide by Wentz. Touchdown Colts! Harris Campbell from 8 yards out. And the Colts answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Jaguars 28.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Now it's Hyde on the return.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
90, Wolf. Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Arnold. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
He'll get that underneath Etienne. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
He's back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here we go, back.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Indianapolis, a win here in Week 18 means they'll finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they lose a tough one here to close out the regular season as they finish at 12-5. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card.